Well. Anybody who's been following my channel, I've been telling you about one Trey Lance. Stop listening to what people are saying or how they say things about Trey Lance as it applies to what Stephen Jones said. Let's get down to the cold hard facts. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video. And you can help continue to grow this channel and push us out into the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, please become a member. Now let's talk facts. I've been saying this about Trey Lance. And there are some people who love Trey Lance, and there are some people who hate Trey Lance. None of that matters. Stephen Jones said that Trey Lance is probably going to do something different. Yeah, you doggone right he's going to do something different. And the reason being, and I've been saying this, Trey Lance is so young and people do not understand what I have been saying. So after Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward, who's the best quarterback? Now you can make, I know there are different ways that we can go and see this. We can see it on draft, NFL draft buzz and all those things. But I'm saying that to say this. You need to ask, if I was these teams, I would be asking myself, so do we go get a rookie quarterback and develop him? Or maybe we bring in Trey Lance, who's barely 24 years old. And maybe let's see if we put some pieces around Trey Lance. Maybe Trey Lance could turn out to be a good to great quarterback. He's got the size, the speed, the ability. The thing that continues to plague this young man are the reps. He just hasn't had enough reps. He hasn't. People do not understand how little football this kid has played. And simply because he was such a lot of teams looked at him as a physical specimen. He barely played in college. His ability and his size got him to this level. It made the 49ers give up multiple draft picks to move up to get Trey Lance. And they were hoping he was going to be better than Brock Purdy. But Trey Lance, I think the issue is, I think they tried to move him too fast. You have to understand something about Brock Purdy. He is actually the opposite of Trey Lance. I don't think he has the physical abilities of Trey Lance, but he played a lot of college football. Trey Lance just hasn't played a lot of college nor pro. When he got his opportunity with the San Francisco 49ers, he got the Dak Prescott injury. He got that healed up. The Cowboys brought him in, 4th round experiment. Didn't quite work out. I think the Cowboys were hoping way too much for Trey Lance. He still needed reps. And I don't think there was any way he was taking Dak Prescott's place. But I want you to see what they're saying. Now we're seeing another developing story, because first we just saw, Stephen Jones just said, Trey Lance is going to do something different. No. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, because this is exactly what I thought was going to happen. And I'm not going to be surprised if there is going to be there are going to be some teams that are going to be seriously interested in Trey Lance. It's being reported here by Sean Devaney. It says Trey Lance drawing interest from NFL teams after bad Cowboys news report. And we know what that report is. It says here, Stephen Jones, the team's VP and son of owner Jerry Jones, said this week that Lance won't be back. But look at this. It says, but don't expect Lance to disappear altogether. It seems that despite playing just 12 games and making 5 starts in 4 years in the NFL, Lance still has fans around the league willing to take a chance on him. Well, why wouldn't he? It's not like he's 29, 30, 31 years old. This dude is young. Why wouldn't a team take a chance on him? What's the difference in taking a chance on Lance and on some young rookie quarterback who you're talking about getting in later rounds? Watch this. We're about to get some stuff that we didn't get told. It says, that's the assertion from the insider Tom Pelissero. If Tom Pelissero is saying this, he's heard this from someone. It says, who spoke about Lance's situation on the NFL Network on Monday. It says Pelissero made two surprising claims. First, the Cowboys offered Lance an extension. Anybody surprised? I'm not surprised. Why wouldn't the Cowboys offer Trey Lance an extension? Who knows how much it is? Who knows how much it was? But it says in second that other teams are likely to give Lance a look in free agency. I said this. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't teams? I would rather, if I'm not drafting a quarterback in the first round, and everyone is saying that even Shador and Cam don't really have high first round grades. So what do you think everything looks like behind them? If I'm a team, and this was probably Dallas's thinking, why would we bring in a developmental quarterback when we've already been developing Trey Lance? So why not re-sign Trey Lance and let him continue to learn? I think they liked what they saw the last game of the season from Trey Lance. And I like what I saw. I mean, I saw a huge improvement from Trey Lance versus what we saw in the preseason. So when we think about Trey Lance, why wouldn't the Cowboys? I mean, people thinking that Dak Prescott has only got, 3 more seasons? Maybe 4? Trey Lance would only be 29 years old. And depending upon what happened to Dak, you never know. You might get Trey Lance back in again. But all of that being said, I said this in a video I'm releasing about Osa Odigizua. Trey Lance is making the right decision. Bet on yourself. And I'm sure, especially after being with Dak Prescott, he's probably saying, I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to bet on myself because I want to see if there are some teams who will really give me a chance. And they may be willing to pay me. And I'm sure they're going to offer Trey Lance more than what the Cowboys were offering Trey Lance. I'm just sure of it. I'm pretty sure the Cowboys are trying to get Trey Lance on the cheap. But I've been saying this, anybody's been listening to me about Trey Lance. If I was these teams, I would seriously be considering one Trey Lance. Look at this. Look at this. It says on Trey Lance, for anyone thinking that's a referendum on him, for one thing, he's a free agent, Pelissero said. This is not like he's getting released, but they actually came to him, I am told, with a contract extension offer late last season. It didn't make sense for Trey Lance to take it because he wasn't playing for the Cowboys at that point. Didn't wind up working out. And now I'm seeing something. Maybe this also explains why the Cowboys didn't turn to Trey Lance. If the Cowboys wanted to re-sign Trey Lance and get him on a cheap, the last thing you want Trey Lance to do is step in those games, start really balling out, because now the price goes up. Also, that means that other people will be watching Trey Lance. So it's understandable why the Cowboys didn't let him play in some of those games. It says, look, there were multiple teams after Dallas traded for him trying to trade for Trey Lance. Multiple teams. Who is still only 24 years old. He's younger than Michael Penix. There is going to be interest in Trey Lance as a developmental player in this cycle. I believe it too. Certainly when you had a guy like Cooper Rush there, who they were leaning on, a veteran, he is going to do well in this market too. And Dallas is probably going to be looking one way or another for a backup quarterback. If I'm Trey Lance, this is the great move. I applaud who's ever representing you. I applaud them. Because I think there is going to be a market, despite what the Trey Lance haters think. There's a market for Trey Lance. I was saying this like right towards the end of the season. If I'm a team and I'm looking for a quarterback, why would I want to bring in any of these guys other than Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders and start them over Trey Lance, who already knows what it means to be a pro? He's been studying under Dak Prescott. And say what you want about Dak Prescott, but there's not anybody in this league who will tell you this guy doesn't know football. He's not cerebral. He's not a great play caller. No, Dak is all those things. And he learned how to be a quarterback under Dak Prescott. And I'm sorry, he looked way better in he looked better in his last outing. And I think some teams saw that. And I think Trey Lance, again, I think he's going to have a market. So I'm telling you, if I was a team like the Raiders, I'd bring him in. Cleveland Browns, bring him in. Arizona Cardinals even, I'd bring him in. I would bring in this guy and see what he has. I mean, I'm the Tennessee Titans. Man, I trade that first pick, bring in Trey Lance. I would. I mean, New York Giants, bring him in. See what he is. I really would. Man, you get him on a cheap contract. Hey, we'll give you 2 for 10, 2 for 15. As a quarterback, man, you could put so many players around him. And if he don't turn out in the first year or the second year, guess what? Draft a quarterback. And now you already got all of this cap space. You got all these players ready to go for another quarterback if Lance doesn't pan out. But again, y'all tell me what you think. What do you think about Lance? Will he get another chance? I didn't mean to rhyme there, but I know he's going to get another chance. And I'm telling you, I'm one of these people. I'm actually hoping for success in this league for Trey Lance. I am. I want a team to say once and for all, man, we'll give you a whole season. And then we'll see what you look like at the end of that season. And if you look good, we're going to start talking about a real contract. But again, y'all tell me what you think. Would y'all sign Trey Lance if you were a team looking for a quarterback to develop, or looking for a quarterback that maybe you want to see what could he be in a year or two, and you just put all of your players around him and you get your salary cap cleaned up? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until the next time, let's talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Peace.